Welcome, everybody, to D.A.After Dark. That's right, Dueling Aces is getting a little bit of a facelift here. We are going, as we always joked around and set it up, and ta-da, here it is. D.A.After Dark. We are January 13th of 2026. Sam, I know you said to me earlier you're just kicking yourself. You're thinking of bumping Unbiased to Tuesdays because that's when all the news is happening, my brother. Tomlin steps down and the circus begins.
The circus hasn't already begun. This is just unbelievable. I can't believe. But once again, what's the context? He was not fired. They were never going to actually.
Very interesting. I mean, it sounds like there was kind of the mutual handshake agreement of, hey, if we just have you step down instead of firing you, I'd rather turn around and get something for you if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
You know? Anthony, hit us with your best shot. What you got?
He gets me one of these like once every 2 weeks. Here's a good question. Anthony always asks some good questions.
It's just redonkulous.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call a terribly ran organization.
Right? Speaking of which, our friend Benchwarmer Brandon has even set up a wonderful little play on it. Come on, get out there.
Buddy, looks like it's just you and me now. The last coach is standing. 2 AFC North peas in a pod. Hey, we should be rivals. I know we're like kind of rivals already, but now that John's gone, we can be real rivals. Well, like friendly rivals. We could go out Friday, and we could compete against each other, but go out to dinner after, and we could trash talk each other, but go horseback riding on the weekend. I really think... Mike? Yeah, he just announced. So I'm the only AFC North head coach that survived? Yep. How the f*** did that happen? I have no idea. Well, buddy, looks like it's just you and me.
That's the real reason why Tomlin stepped down. That's the real reason. He just went, oh, hell no. Tomlin was like,
handedly.
Nope.
That's
he said, nope.
Look, I think if what happened last night didn't happen the way it did, I think he would have stayed. That was bad yesterday.
Sam, I caught up this morning because my new meds I got now. I was gone by I think 9:15. I was toast. So I totally missed everything. Apparently I didn't miss much considering I did catch it was I think 7-3 when I went last. I could stay awake to watch it, and then somebody after the notes it said, well, it got to 7-6. It was 10-6, and I'm going, okay. And then the fourth quarter happened and it was on. And after all the replay stuff I saw this morning, I was like, what in the wow. I mean, that was nuts. And if Stroud just kind of does the smart thing and actually does throwaways, Houston actually probably even has a bigger lead. But my God, did that defense turn it on in the fourth quarter? Wow.
Two defensive touchdowns. They did. What's the one thing I said? The Texans defense, I said it all season. They're the best defense in football because they do the two most important things. They get after the quarterback and they take the football away.
Well, didn't we also say that we thought that the defense would score to turn around and help out the offense? I believe we covered that one.
Hold on. You're talking to the idiot who picked the Steelers to win the game. So don't put me.
I wasn't going to bring that up. I was trying to leave that alone, my friend. I was leaving it
not-
alone.
You can. I'm the idiot that did. Tune in the Friday Night Gridiron picks for more stupid predictions from me. New segment called Sam, what the hell were you thinking?
It's okay. It's all right.
No, it's.
Well,
but no,
now that Tomlin did what he did, we go from the poker table to now we have a baseball team.
Oh, Jesus, St. Christopher.
Tomlin just helps fulfill a full-on baseball team of head coaching possibilities. And of course, we had to put out in left field to start the New York Giants because they're always out in left field and we never know what's going on over there anyway.
Hold on. Wait. Do you mind, since I'm like the baseball guy, can I give you can I give you the breakdown on why all these teams are where they are?
All yours, my friend. All yours.
All right. Well, let's start off here. The Giants are in left field because, well, like George said, they're out there. The Dolphins are in center field because just like their opponents at their home games, they like to be out in the sun. The Raiders are in right field because they are as lost as Jose Canseco in the outfield. The Tennessee Titans are at first base because they pull a Bill Buckner once every 5 years. The Cardinals are at second base because, well, the birds usually like to fly south, not northwest. So I don't really know what. I don't got something good for the Cardinals. The Browns are at shortstop because usually the first thing they go on a shortstop is their defense, but the Browns actually have a good defense, so I actually like them there.
That's why I put them. That's exactly why I put them there.
The Steelers are the starting pitcher because, I mean, shit, they're the old reliable, and usually starting pitching is old reliable in baseball still to the teams that care about it.
And they're constantly going through a rotation of quarterbacks currently, just like a pitching rotation.
The Falcons at third base I like because I feel like third base is like you're a 4-tool player and you're that close to the fifth tool. Like the Falcons are a quarterback away and they're a good team. Good receivers, good running back, good offensive line, young up-and-coming defense. They just need that quarterback and they're in good shape. And the Ravens are the catcher for one reason. And the reason that they are the catcher is because their wide receivers couldn't catch chlamydia in a whorehouse with a fistful of 50s.
That wasn't what I had in mind when I put him as the catcher.
Have you seen their wide receivers? Have you seen Mark Andrews?
I understand that, but that's not why I was putting him at catcher. I was putting him at catcher because they were. I don't think
putting Isaiah Likely. You're putting Isaiah Likely too close to the white line. We know what happens when he's too close to the white lines.
Wow, we really are stressing the after dark part of this, aren't we?
No, just the dark. No, just the dark part.
Just the dark. I was putting Baltimore as the catchers because they're probably going to catch the best coaching candidate. Oh wow! Okay, yeah, that's that's why
guys. Let me just explain this really quickly. George, every day since asking me to join DA full time, he has regretted it every moment. He cries himself to sleep.
Oh man. So yeah, did you catch the Ravens owner's interview while Tomlin was announcing the step down?
I did not.
Oh, you missed that. I will I will have to bring that up.
It's been a long couple days. Lots going on.
Hang on. I will bring that up for you. This was very funny. Come on. Come on. Look, it's just loading up here.
That's what I keep hearing.
Okay. Put it back. Thank you. All right. Let me change screens. And we will flip it to this was about taking place roughly about 5 minutes after it was official.
In Pittsburgh, he did. Is it official? That's what I keep hearing. So, is he a candidate here? Holy shit, Mike! Wouldn't that be awesome? Only if John takes the Pittsburgh job. Wow, wouldn't that be interesting? I don't know that thing last week. Maybe disqualified him from my opening after our kicker missed a kick to let them advance. Good for Mike. Yeah, I don't know. Talk to him. I love Mike. I mean, I've admired Mike for 18 years, and that's really shocking that he did it that way. But yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So that's Baltimore's owner getting asked, "Hey, how about Mike to Baltimore?" Yeah, apparently he's like, "Nah, I don't think so." Zolt says, "Let's do it." How about a Pittsburgh fan? It's Zolt. I know once you get in here, it's like, yeah, spin the wheel of death, and this is where everybody landed, right? It would be the most wild thing. And everybody would say the NFL would be totally rigged, Sam. Tell me I'm wrong. If everybody said the NFL would be totally rigged if this went down.
There would be some conspiracies, without a doubt. There would be some conspiracies for sure.
Oh my gosh. I mean, and especially because Cleveland would have to give Pittsburgh something for the quote unquote compensation because Tomlin only stepped down, which means they're going to get something for him if he should decide to coach again.
I'm telling you, they're going to trade him to the Raiders for the first overall pick.
And Sanders, what's up, Scott? Scott goes, yeah, we'll take Mike McDaniel as the new OC. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. I mean, ownership, you heard him.
That's not happening.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going with another Doc Rivers situation here. Yeah, like how the Clippers did it when he was with the Celtics. Well, that's what we're going with here.
Yeah. This is definitely going to be entertainment value galore as this goes on. But I mean, my God. Oh. And Flores as our DC. Jesus.
Flores has actually been, I will say,
he got interviewed by Baltimore today too.
Yeah, but somebody brought him up for Pittsburgh as well because remember when he got fired from the Dolphins, he went to Miami as a to Pittsburgh as a senior defensive assistant, and they loved him there before he took the Vikings DC job.
He did? Is it official? That's what I keep hearing.
So, yeah. It could be an option. Not sure how much of an option, but it could be an option.
Baltimore has been aggressive on their interview. Atlanta has finally started. I think the Giants have almost interviewed everybody under the sun. I have not seen too much as far as Arizona saying they have been interviewing people.
Because nobody wants that job.
Anthony, I know Robert got one interview so far. That was it.
And
got
notice the interview. It's the only job with a perfectly ran organization. He is not going to the messes that these other teams are. He's not doing that again.
Right.
So honestly, because here's the thing. I'm sure he's been called. I don't think we could disagree that he's been called. Who wouldn't? I think he's sat there and has probably said no to a lot of them because it's like, dude, if I'm not going to go to Baltimore, I'm just going to stay here in San Francisco. But why leave? Why leave?
Yeah. Although, scarily, just for S&G, could you imagine him with the Cleveland defense?
Yeah, but we said that about the Jets too. The Jets, because don't get me wrong,
Jets didn't
the
have the defense.
No, they had talent on that defense, is what I was saying when he took it over. But it's like, why go? But that's still with the quarterback situation and the Watson contract. It's a mess. So why do it to yourself again? If I was him, if I am knowing I am not getting the Baltimore job, I'm staying in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Why leave?
Zolt, that's good. That's good. Zolt, that's good. That's good.
Like, the only other team on this list for Salah would be, I guess, Atlanta.
Yeah, that was the only other one. I mean, Pittsburgh's just a total cluster bomb right now. I mean, if you don't think that Aaron Rodgers isn't going to go to his little dark place and go, you know what?
He's
think
done.
I'm good. Yeah. Here's the horrifying part. We know that Miami benched Tua. They know they want to move on for him. The Cardinals benched Kyle Murray. They're looking to move on from him. The Giants.
Let me ask.
Okay. What are you going to do?
They need to bring in somebody that knows the kind of structure on a roster they like. Harbaugh makes sense for the Giants because of that. I agree.
Okay, so who do you bring in to rebuild this? I don't think Harbaugh is interested in doing a rebuild.
Harbaugh's hell no. Harbaugh's not rebuilding. But like let's look at the Steelers. Let's be very realistic about the Steelers. For the past decade, listen to this. They have not won a playoff game in a decade. Since Ben retired, they have not had a consistent quarterback situation. Yes, this year was better. Aaron Rodgers played fine. He was fine this year until last night, but still, he was fine. That was the best quarterbacking they've had since Ben. And can you name me this? Who was the last player that they drafted and developed into a core part of the team?
Well, they traded for Bettis and then drafted Roethlisberger.
Scott's hit the nail on the head here.
I don't know if you necessarily built the team around him.
No. I'm not saying built the team. I'm just saying, when was the last guy they drafted and he turned into a franchise type player at any position? It was him.
Yeah, it was.
They haven't
I'd say
had.
it was that.
They are reliant on older veteran players, which in this league isn't. Their secondary is so freaking old. I'm watching Christian Kirk, who hasn't caught a freaking pass, I feel like, in the entire season, torch them. They are old everywhere on that defense.
Was scary. That was scary. Christian Kirk, like, it was like stepped up. Like, it was like, hey, next man up, and Christian Kirk went, I got you. I was impressed. I was like, where the heck has this been for years?
Fair enough. But like it's just like Tomlin reminds you of the coach in draft day who says, I hate rookie quarterbacks because they're stupid. It's like he's like, I hate young players because they're stupid. You draft Darnell Washington and have Pat Fryermuth. You trade for Jonnu Smith. Why? I'll never understand. They don't have they have no long-term answer on the offense at all. Quarterback, wide receiver, they don't have answers.
Line
hasn't been good since freaking before Ben left.
Clint, the Browns are shortstop because they got a solid defense. That's why.
Solid defense.
He said, "Get the Raiders out of right field for the disrespect to Roberto Clemente." Oh, that's not where Sam went with that one.
Oh, Clint, you don't want to know where any of this went. But yeah, it's time, man. And I agree with Zoll. Whatever veterans you can sell off, get younger, collect draft picks, and try to replenish something because they don't have much at all on either side of the football. That is, oh, well.
So Mike's jumped on from his YouTube side. And somebody else said it too. Get a coordinator. Zolt did. Saying got to get a young coordinator who wants a shot to build a team from scratch. Mike says the same thing. It's like, yeah, Cowher and Tomlin both were, you know. So who is your young coordinator that you're thinking of? I mean, because right now, if I looked at most of these guys getting interviewed, they're not youngsters. They're kind of mid to older. So,
I mean,
is there anybody you're looking at, Mike?
I got two interesting. I don't know if these guys are head coach. Are we talking about being a head coach or being an OC?
Head coach.
Okay, never mind. Because the problem with the Steelers is they are offensively behind the entire rest of the league.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of a pickle right now. I mean, they're not. They're basically about a week and a half behind, basically. But nobody has been offered anything anywhere.
It's like the joke we make in college football. Michigan runs their offense like it's 1950. The Steelers run their entire team like it's 1988. It's just not like that anymore.
Well, Arthur Smith still has a job for now. Until the new coach comes in, new coach can come in and go, bye-bye. Later. Who interviewed? Arthur Smith interviewed?
Yes, he. I think Arthur Smith has had one interview so far. I forget what it was for.
Or Scott said he interviewed for the Dolphins head coaching. Remember, Stefanski called all the plays in Cleveland. Yeah, no kidding.
But that's
I like this. If Ernie promotes Smith, Pittsburgh riots.
I'll never go back. I love going to Pittsburgh in the summer to go watch the Pirates. I'll never go back.
That's brutal. Yeah, now that you've got, there's a lot. This is Sam. Last year, what did we I know Zolt had a fill in the blank with us. I believe there was 6 different head coaching swaps last year. This totally trumps even the most I had on that list from how many coaches there were since Mike Tomlin. The highest one was the highest team, I believe it was 7. We're now at
that nature.
9. We are at 9 head coaches. This is literally almost a third of the league, Sam, needs a head coach. And the Packers haven't spilled any beans yet.
They're working on an extension for LaFleur. They're not going to get rid of him.
If they did and they can't figure something out, could this get wild?
He'd be every team's first call.
LaFleur?
Yes. LaFleur's a good coach.
I'm just saying, we go from a baseball team to a softball team at that point.
Yeah, we'll be having too many. We'll be going to a T-ball league. We'll be going to a T-ball team, like 19 infielders. And then I can come up with another bad joke, like I did for the Ravens.
Mike, who knew we were looking at almost all of the AFC North getting new coaches?
Except the Bengals.
Yeah, and the Bengals, everybody thought would be one of them that would be looking for a head coach. Yeah, Scott, Tomlin actually stepped down today. About 5 hours ago now. It was about 5 hours ago. Yeah, Tomlin's gone. Tomlin is bye-bye. So now you don't know who your quarterback is in Pittsburgh. Yeah, Scott just said, missed that one. Yep, that's because it happened today.
Oh, we got some
Josina. We got that one. Yeah, exactly. They could turn around and get some picks for him.
We got some Josina Anderson news.
We definitely like her. We trust her. What you got?
The top the 2 emerging options to get a real good look for the Eagles offensive coordinator position. Cliff Kingsbury and Kevin Stefanski.
Why would Stefanski take an OC when he's literally being fetched for an HC?
Oh, yes, and I understand, but let's be real here. If Stefanski gets the Ravens job, it's a slam dunk. But after going through what he went through in Cleveland, I'm not insulting the Browns too much on this. If some of these guys don't, even same thing with Kingsbury, only one guy can get the Ravens job. If these guys don't feel like any of these other jobs are better, much better, why would you not just want to go take an offensive coordinator position with, one of the most gifted NFL offensive rosters in the league and replenish yourself for a bit? Because I'm sorry, if I'm Kevin Stefanski, I am not going to the Giants. I am not going to the Dolphins. I am not going to the Cardinals, and I am sure as hell not going anywhere near the Titans.
That Giants job, though.
They need somebody like Harbaugh needs to be there. And I hate saying that because I'm an Eagles guy. I will say, though, I don't know how crazy I am about Kingsbury. Strictly because of how we run the offense. Oh, God.
What? There's a lot that's going to probably get restructured in Pittsburgh, Mike. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't disagree. The Giants had Stefanski as their number one until Harbaugh. Like I said, once John goes through, I believe pretty much most of this week, it's only Tuesday. I think by Friday or Saturday, I think we definitely things will settle down, and the big guys, I think, will make their decisions, I think, through the weekend. I think by next Monday, we're looking at least half of this group filled, Sam.
Oh, yeah.
I think at least half of this group is filled.
I could see it.
I mean, the ones who can't get announced yet, of course, is Kubiak from Seattle. He's about to be the only one. Kevin, the owner of the Ravens, you missed it earlier. We played it already. It was on Twitter. He already said, yeah, that's going to be a no. He already said no. Who has the better team, the Giants or the Titans? I think it's the Giants at the moment. Sam?
Giants have more established talent. You know, you have Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterboo, Theo Johnson, Malik Neighbors. Defensively, you have Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau. But with the Raiders, you got Bowers and Genty, and you're going to have probably Fernando Mendoza. So, that's tough. That's a toughie.
Sorry. I was just getting basketball information.
In terms of the Titans, I think the Titans are just a mess. I don't care what they have in terms of capital. They're a mess. They just stink. I'd rather have the Raiders job.
I don't know what else Cleveland is waiting on. I think pretty much at this point, they're interviewing around what they want. My personal thought is that I think they're looking at Schwartz and just promoting from within. I think Cleveland's going to end up with Schwartz as the head coach.
It seems like it may go that way.
I think even though Harbaugh is on the list, if Harbaugh doesn't take it, I think it's going to be Schwartz. I think they're just going to promote him from within and go from there.
I could see it.
That's I said, if they did get rid of Stefanski, I wouldn't be mad at it. Jim's been a head coach before, so he's got experience in doing it. So I figured, why not? I don't know, Clint. Whoever takes the Browns job would want control of the QB and has them there. He's going to push for the coach to start Watson. Who knows? I don't know if they've even got that Watson situation resolved yet from when he was injured and if they got their money back for that.
I
So
don't
there's
even
going to be a
think
lot. Mike says he doesn't think Harbaugh will stay in the North, though. Mike, the Harbaugh family is actually from just East Cleveland, so it's pretty close. They grew up Browns fans and everything else, and he loves Cleveland, and so who knows? Scott's like, yeah, that works so well for Detroit. Listen, Scott, sometimes the first stop isn't a good one. Sometimes it takes that second opportunity. It's happened for a lot of coaches that way. Their first go around didn't work, but the second, it turned out better. You know? So the Raiders, though, yeah, I think that one's ugly. Anthony, the Raiders are, ugh, it's going to be rough. As Scott says, saying that though, but I would take him back as a DC in a heartbeat. I'm sure you would.
I loved me. See, that's the one thing we can all agree on because I love me some Jim Schwartz. I loved him when he was our DC in Philly.
Mr. Bennett, how the heck are you? Good to see you, my friend. Harbaugh to the Giants. Book it.
Lovely.
No, we turn around and Mike, in 3 years you'll be hooting and hollering to fire him. Dude, it's just the Cleveland way, right? Sam, you keep mentioning Harbaugh to the Giants. And I know that I believe we covered it last week. There isn't, there are some key pieces even offensively there. So there isn't much of a downside except for trying to repair that offensive line.
Which Harbaugh's got a success rate at doing.
God knows the special teams is right up his alley.
Exactly.
And then that only works on having to solidify up some secondary assistance for the defense.
Which in Baltimore under him, they've drafted pretty well in that department.
Clint says you might have to hire Schwartz, especially after Miles publicly endorsed it. Yeah, like I said, Clint, I wasn't going to be mad about it at all when I had brought it up if they had fired him. And I said if they promoted Jim, it would be great. Jesus, Christopher. Sorry, their basketball scheduling stuff for Saturday is getting weird.
Sounds fun.
But yeah, there isn't that much to have to adjust to for New York. So it makes sense. I know you don't want to see that because
yeah, I wouldn't.
You definitely don't want to see that. Not only because he's in your division and you've got to face him twice a year. Yeah, really puts salt water in your cookies. That's no good. Clint's got a hefty one here. Garrett because Brown's front office said they're moving in the right direction at the QB situation. Ended up with a 5-member QB room. They're not listening to Garrett. Sam, it says they finally fired that guy.
I'm assuming he's referring to my offensive coordinator.
Probably.
I did 3 shots of tequila after I found out.
So, who do you think Matt Ryan is going to be eyeballing? Because if I did not mistaken, did I not see who was it? Morris? George Kittle officially placed on. Yes, we know. That was the other piece I forgot was gonna. The hell is this? Uh-oh. Interesting. Looks like I got a new. I wasn't aware of any new medication I was going to have to take. This is crazy. Breaking news. I have a new medication inbound. Okay. Alrighty, that's interesting. Sam, the Eagles, because you definitely mentioned it, Eagles going on their 5th OC in 5 years.
Yeah.
Shane and Kellen you had, but they left for head coaching jobs. And Brian Johnson you whacked. And Kevin Patullo you've whacked.
Kevin Patullo is Italian. That's not a very fair term for him getting whacked.
Fair enough. Who you like?
Anybody not named Kevin Patullo.
Really?
So, no. So, there's a lot of names out there.
Who do you want? Who's on your post-Christmas wish list?
Home run hire would be Stefanski, because I as an OC play caller, I love Stefanski. I liked him when he was in Minnesota. I liked him. I know Cleveland didn't look ideal, but again, for a while there, it's just a tough situation to put him in and judge him off of that. Stefanski's my home run hire. If I'm trying to find an OC that won't want to be a head coach after the first year, I'd love to take a look at Todd Monken in Baltimore. But what scares me with Monken is I'm afraid that he is waiting for Harbaugh to sign, and then Harbaugh's going to freaking take him with him. Because that's a big reason why he got fired in Baltimore. They wanted to fire Monken.
Right.
Another guy, maybe Greg Roman, who just got let go today by the Chargers. I don't believe the Chargers' offense was his problem. I think it was because the 5 offensive linemen they had, or the 15 offensive linemen that they had starting this year, sucked, and they got destroyed every week. And I think that's why their offense really struggled. Another one I really am considering is Brian Daboll, because he's worked with a lot of these guys. He was Jalen Hurts' offensive coordinator at Alabama at one point. He's worked with Saquon Barkley. He's worked with Nick Sirianni in the past when they were just young assistants coming up through the ranks with the Chiefs in the early 2010s. So he's worked with a bunch of the guys over here. Not to mention, he's coached his fair share of mobile quarterbacks, something I think we still have over here. But those are my options. I know Mike McDaniel is an option. I don't think McDaniel is going to. First of all, I'm not trusting a guy that can't coach in cold weather. I'm not doing it. This ain't Miami, sweetheart. We play in Philadelphia. We're playing in snow, and we're beating the crap out of teams with it. I don't think our personnel fit the style of offense McDaniel likes to run, personally. So I don't think that's going to be a fit. Now, the thing to note is Cliff Kingsbury was the runner-up for the Eagles offensive coordinator job before they hired Kellen Moore. He interviewed for the position. The problem was he wanted to bring in his entire staff that he wanted, which would have meant firing Jeff Stoutland as the offensive line coach. And we know Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie. That ain't happening. Stoutland has been on this coaching staff now for 13 years, and he's been on freaking the last 3 coaching staffs with Chip, Doug, and Nick. So that's why he ended up not getting the job. The other issue I have with Kingsbury, he loves that air raid type attack. I'm perfectly okay with that. But I like the fact that the Eagles prioritize their offense being a run-dominant team. Not just run-oriented, not just 50 run, 50 pass, meaning we will throw the ball 10 times in a game, but we're going to run for 150 on you, and there ain't nothing you could do to stop it. I'm afraid with Kingsbury, we will basically, quote-unquote, abandon the identity of our football team, which is being a strong running team. So my targets I like Stefanski, Dable, and Todd Monken. Those would be my top 3. And Greg Roman may be my 4.
Okay.
But the Dable connections are really deep with the Eagles. Like I said, him and Nick started out in Kansas City in 2012 as assistants, so they've worked together. He's, of course, we know he coached Saquon in New York. He coached Jalen at Bama. So it's definitely the Dable connection. Now, the only thing that scares me about Brian Dable is I'm afraid. Now, you saw the thing with A.J. Brown and Nick Sirianni on the sideline, right?
Yes, I did.
I'm not going to talk about that. I did that last night. I am kind of afraid of what Brian Dable and Nick Sirianni would be on the sideline. They actually may kill each other.
Clint wants to know were they celebration shots?
Damn straight they were. Second happiest moment I've had since winning the Super Bowl. So, but clearly, I mean, from the report that Josina Anderson just put out, they're looking for like not just a veteran play caller, a established veteran play caller. Because I'll tell you now, this is the last time we're ever promoting an OC from within the organization again. It's failed twice. It's actually and if you want to go back to Doug, it failed 3 times. So, and promoting from within is no longer an option because it's just it doesn't work. Who would have thought that promoting the pass game coordinator from a team that was in the bottom 10 of passing would be a bad offensive coordinator? Who could have thought?
Right.
So, yeah. Definitely a lot of names out there. It will be interesting to see.
I apologize again. Everybody's like, what's going on? It's like, I'm just message the HC and we'll get answers.
But now, the other thing I do want to say, that I want to bring up is a lot of people think that a lot of people over on my at my stuff at 609, they think I love Kevin Matullo. I can't stand Kevin Matullo. The other big issue with the Eagles this year was the health of the offensive line. Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens were battling constant injuries all year. Landon Dickerson had a knee problem that he had in training camp. Then he had a calf problem. A lot of lower body issues going on with Landon Dickerson, which it don't sound very, I don't know how, honestly, I've started to question how much longer he'll play football because he had these issues in college. And I don't know if he knows how long he'll play football. But I mean, at 27 years old, he's still a good player. But I mean, Cam Jurgens, he had the back surgery after the Super Bowl. I mean, George, I think we're not doctors, but I think we could agree. Back surgery is not something to recover from very easily when you're a 300-pound man getting hit and playing up against other 300-pound men.
Right.
So it's his first year removed from the back surgery. Hopefully next year he's a little more healthy. They're going to get, I mean, the team's getting an extended offseason compared to last year. They played the most football in the NFC last year. So I think that had a lot of wear and tear on them this year. But Jurgens has the back problem. Then he tore his knee up against the Vikings. Then he got a concussion. And then Mailata was playing through nicks and bruises. Lane Johnson was playing through shoulder injuries, the foot problem. It was a mess on the O-line this year. And be prepared because they're going to address that in the offseason. I am possibly expecting 2 new starters on that unit next year. And they can both be on the right side because we don't know what Lane Johnson's future is.
A different OC for the past 10 years?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Chips.
See you later, Scott.
Chip had Pat Shurmur his whole time in Philly. Doug had Frank Reich for 2 years, then Mike Groh the rest. Nick has been the one that's been losing the OCs. He had Steichen for the first 2 years, then Brian Johnson, then frickin' Kellen, and now Dingbat this year. But no, Doug's OCs only changed once. And that was when we went from Frank Reich to Mike Groh, which I still have no idea why he promoted Mike Groh. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that you have to go through this every year. But hopefully they've learned their lesson. Promoting from within is no longer an option. And hopefully they find somebody that can fix this broken ass offense. Because it's broke. Like it needs a lot of fixing. But I'm confident in my team still. I'm still one of the best. We're still going to be a contender in the NFC. I don't care. And if you disagree with that, go kick rocks.
So I'm just finishing up the message. I'm just passing along stuff.
That's all right, George. I'll fire you later.
I'm sorry. It's a little bananas when, the communication thing. It's like we'd love to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. So I apologize.
So now, here's the crazy one. Jalen Hurts is going to go on his 7th different play caller in his 7th season. Doug Peterson in 2020. Nick Sirianni in 2021, because Nick did start out his time here as the play caller.
Yeah.
Then Shane Steichen, then Brian Johnson, then Kellen Moore, now Kevin Patullo.
Wow.
Now whoever.
Wow.
That's got to be frustrating.
Well, frustrating, but you know what, Sam? I'm going to say this about it. For as many different guys as he's gone through, kudos to him for being able to adapt and overcome. Let's give him credit where credit's due, because not a lot of people can do that. I mean, hey, let's take a look at the other spectrum of a draftee in the same class, Justin Herbert. Not only OCs, but HCs there as well. And how many different systems he's having a hard time adjusting to. Let's look at it from that aspect. Danny, Jalen Hurts is just boom, boom, boom. Okay, who's next?
I mean, Shane Steichen, 2 of his former OCs were Shane Steichen and Kellen Moore with the Chargers, and the Eagles went to Super Bowls with those two. Well, remember, Justin Herbert is a better quarterback because he can throw the ball 500 yards downfield to the other team. That makes him better than Jalen Hurts.
Okay, I'll put it out there to you. Is Justin Herbert a bust?
No. He's a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's not a bust, though. He's super talented, but when the moment comes up bright, that light gets a little too bright for him.
Joe Burrow.
No. He's been, it's hard because, he has been unhealthy. But, the guy did get to a Super Bowl. He was carrying that team to that Super Bowl. The O-line sucked. The defense was, in my opinion, the defense was average at best. He is not a bust. When you do stuff like that, you're not a bust. Injuries have subsided some of his career, yes, but he's not a bust. To be a bust, you got to be like Jamarcus Russell type bad. Like, that's a bust.
Tua.
No. Overrated, yes, but not a bust.
Jordan Love.
I don't even think Jordan Love's hit his ceiling yet. I think he's going to. If you listen, so here's my personal opinion how I like to build an offense. Even though yes, I do have AJ Brown. I believe the quote unquote number one wide receiver is an overrated aspect in the NFL.
Okay.
And I think the right way to build an offense is through a very good running back. They have that in Josh Jacobs. A really good tight end. They have that in a healthy Tucker Kraft. And 4 wide receivers, because we see a lot of 4 wide receiver sets now. 4 wide receivers that just are all good at their job. Golden, Watson, Dobbs, and Reed. There is no true number one, so that makes you think with Kraft out there and those 4, where the hell is this football? George, let's be real. There are not many teams that are 4 cornerbacks deep in the NFL.
No.
So now you create hell for a team because it's like this ball could go to Watson, it could go to Golden, it could go to Dobbs. Where the hell is this ball going? You have that type of attack, and then next year, if they have a healthy O-line, a healthy Tucker Kraft, a healthy Josh Jacobs, and they keep those 4 wideouts, they could be dangerous because I like the space the ball out approach better. I don't mind having a guy like a Jamar Chase or an AJ Brown or a Justin Jefferson, but again, George, I know you and I aren't big national talk guys, but the one thing about Colin Cowherd that I have to agree with, man, some of these wide receivers are fucking babies, man. These guys are. They are just they're fucking divas. It's like.
Because of it just being a Packer QB.
Anthony, that kind of reminds me of like a couple years ago when the Eagles had to pay Hurts after like 2022. He only had that really one good season. They had to pay him. It's not their fault that the timeline screws you. But Jordan Love has not been bad. He's been good. Look, are you telling me that he lost that game Saturday night in Chicago? Some bitch threw for 4 touchdowns.
Right.
He's a good quarterback when he's healthy. And he was banged up this year, too. That whole team was. No Micah, no Wyatt. Oh, Zach Tom was banged up. Zach Tom was one of the 5 best right tackles in the game. They were banged up this year. But no, Jordan Love's not a bust. Is that entire draft class?
The notable, still active quarterbacks. We're not even about to go into Jacob Eason or.
Oh, did you come up with another direction? We're going
And
Easton
no.
this day.
Jacob Eason, he even turned around and got journeyman miles are in fact too.
Oh my God, this man brought up Jacob Easton. So where the hell are you? I need Zolt. You brought up Jacob Easton.
Well, you ask stupid question, get stupid answer. I was trying to say I covered the primary worth individuals. I wasn't going to go into Jacob Eason. Every team.
Yes, Anthony. And you know what the Niners had this past weekend that the freaking Packers didn't? Their best offensive lineman. That's pretty important. And also, Anthony, we're also you're talking as like the Niners don't have better coaches than the Packers. Hey, wait, hold on. Why are you making this a thing about the teams? You asked about Jordan Love. We're talking. I'm talking about Jordan Love. And the Niners have better coaching. Shanahan is a better coach than LaFleur. That's that without a doubt. And Saleh is a better DC than Halfley. But that Packers defense was flawed all season. They relied on Micah Parsons creating havoc. And now that he's not there, you saw what it does to that secondary. That secondary in Green Bay is not good. Their corners are absolutely terrible. They have players, like they still have McKinney at safety. He's good. Edgerrin Cooper's a good linebacker. They can't cover anybody because they don't have any reliable bodies at corner. Their corners all stink. That's a big reason why they lost that game, too. They can't cover Chicago. They have too many weapons.
I was going to say, and we all know about this.
Hey, Niners, congrats on your playoff win. Thank you. Quick question. How the are you doing this? What do you mean? We have been striking down your players all year. Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, Michael Williams. We made you start Mac Jones for half the year. We even gave Brandon Ayuk the AB treatment. You guys should be 6-11 chilling in Cancun by now. How are you still alive? Oh, so it's you guys that have been destroying our roster. Got it. Well, first of all, go f yourself. And second of all, after years of being the most injured team in the league, we finally figured out how to turn it to our advantage. How's that? We just recycled their souls into Christian McCaffrey. I've reached a higher plane of existence. What? Every injury makes him stronger, and the better the player that goes down, the more power he gets. That's how he's been so good. Yep, and when we took out Kittle in the first half, it's made our victory all the more inevitable. Pretty messed up of you to take out Kittle. Serious, you know. But yeah, it turns out when we have a supercharged McCaffrey, we don't really need much else. Thanks for helping us realize that. I am become deaf. What have we done? Don't worry, we're not going to tell anyone else about this technique. I mean, imagine a supercharged Jameer Gibbs with all the injuries the Lions have this year. Yeah, it's in everyone's best interest that we keep us close to the best. While I have you, though, why do you always make us the most injured team in the league? I don't know. Kind of just become your thing at this point, and we have a different thing. Yeah, no. I am the darkness that cannot be undone. Okay, he's really starting to scare me. You did this. Hey, not
Sam, when I saw this, I thought of you right away because you said it. Everybody was getting sacrificed for Christian McCaffrey, and ironically, this got made literally the other morning, and Sam, I thought of everything you had said throughout the whole season. That's exactly what happened.
I'm going to say this one more time. We need to have a legit conversation about the NFL MVP award because it's got to stop being a quarterback award. The most valuable player in the NFL over the past 2 years have ironically been a position that nobody likes to pay, and they've been mother effing running backs. Saquon Barkley last year, Christian McCaffrey this year. George, that's your team. Do you honestly think this team would be in this position they're in if they didn't have Christian McCaffrey?
No, not at all. And like you said, a healthy one at that. And as this clearly was noted, like I said, you've been calling it all year. It's like everybody goes down, but McCaffrey's golden. And that explained it all right there, my friend. That explained it 100%.
Not to mention, we got to also address something else. Brock Purdy is playing some damn good freaking football right now.
He's doing okay. He's managing the game like he should.
George, it is
his
hard
game
to manage a
management-
game when your leading receiver has to beat DeMarcus Robinson. That is and George Kittle's out. That is a tough task.
I'm not going to lie to you. The trick play with Juwan, I was starting to cook dinner because I knew my blood pressure wasn't going to make it. So I started cooking dinner because I was just like, nope, this is done. Just don't worry about it. So I turned the volume down, and Kelly just said, well, aren't you watching? I said, I can't do it right now because I could feel my blood pressure going and was breaking out into a sweat. And I was just like, yeah, we're not going there right now. So and as soon as I was looking at the TV, I said, the 49ers need a touchdown here to turn around and really make any case of the game. All of a sudden, there's Purdy, Jennings to McCaffrey, Jennings getting clocked. and I mean, I saw Brock Purdy was like, should have kind of made a block. But then again, when you see big guy coming through, you're like, no, I don't want that freight train. And Juwan, well, there's people who've been wanting your butt kicked since Cleveland. So yeah, you're going to take it. And he did. But there's Christian catching Hail Marys out of thin air, and ta-da. All of a sudden, I speaked, and I even told Kel, I went, wow, I speaked it, and it happened into the universe. Okay, that was interesting.
First off, by the way, have we ever seen a trick play where there's been a roughing the passer?
I don't recall one. Because usually there's nobody around that guy or that close to that guy. But I'll tell you what, Jennings got clocked.
Jalen Carter.
Clocked. Myles Garrett would like to say thank you, by the way. And a few of the other Browns. Because they have some choice words for that boy. But no. And then when Bryce turned around and told me, oh, it's 4th and 11, I'm like, where are they at? He's like, I'm about the 20. I was like, well, okay, he's got time to win this. No big deal. Bryce goes, they turned it over. And I went, you're kidding.
How would that offensive coaching staff, they had no chance?
He's like, nope. And I looked over to see, and 40 seconds left. And I was like, huh.
Also, that's another thing that, so, I don't know if you heard this on Get Up on Monday. Adam Schefter said Kevin Patullo is not the only one. There are multiple changes coming to the offensive coaching staff.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he said they were going to totally clean house.
The one I think they are they're going to keep Stoutland for the O-line. They're not going to move off of him. Scott Loeffler, their QB coach, may survive. If it was his first year, he's got experience as a play caller from college with Bowling Green. So I think Jalen likes him a lot. So I don't think they're gonna. The 3 positions I'm looking at are, of course, Kevin Patullo, who's already gone, possibly Parks Frazier, the pass game coordinator, and possibly Aaron Moore, the wide receivers coach, because our wide receivers don't run consistently good routes for an entire game. Not to mention, our wide receivers cannot block for shit.
Yeah. Mike, we covered that earlier. Yes, he is.
Hold on.
He's getting a few.
George, did you watch the Jags and Bills game at all?
Yes.
Did you see how many wide receiver screens Khalil Shakir caught that went for like 10 to 12 yards? The Eagles
I thought Jacksonville was in a prevent defense, and you know what that does? Prevents you from winning the game.
What? The Eagles haven't successfully converted a first down on a wide receiver screen since 2009. Wide receivers that are supposed to screen don't screen. I love A.J. Brown. I love Devontae Smith. They can't block for shit. Smitty is a willing blocker. He's just so goddamn small. What do you want the guy to do? And then you got the physical preference of A.J. Brown that looked like fucking Tinkerbell on Sunday, but we'll get to that another day. I'll deal with him later.
Damn. Tell us how you really feel.
Well, listen. Don't go crying to the media all season about, oh, the offense is a shit show. I'm not getting my targets. Then drop 4 footballs in a playoff game and then leave the locker room before the media comes in. Don't do that. If you dish it, you got to take it. And this is, like I said, I agree with Colin Cowherd. Some of these dudes are freaking ridiculous, and they're freaking divas. No, I still expect A.J. Brown to be here next year because the cap numbers are not pretty, and the Eagles are not in the position to do it. But I think he needs a dark retreat. Shit. Hey, Big Dom had more catches on Sunday than AJ.
I was just gonna say somebody had better hands than AJ did. I'm assuming you guys are moving on from him. I mean, I heard you. Listen, I know 3 years ago, I gave you guys crap about him, and I was like, listen,
okay, but
he's
George,
he's crap. He's crap.
If you look at A.J. Brown from 2022 to 2023 and compare to now, he's not moving the same. He's no longer that big, dominant physical presence that he was. He is getting, his body is not, something's going. There were reports that came out when they traded for him that there were concerns about his lower body throughout his career. And now it's all of a sudden, he's got the knee injury from 2023. He's had multiple hamstring issues. George, I'm pretty sure as you get older, that doesn't translate in a positive direction. He's not moving the same. And people keep calling me the idiot because I'm saying this. I said Devontae Smith is the more talented wide receiver this year. I think I'm right.
I don't think you're wrong.
I also said, as bad as this offense was this year, it was operating better when it operated through Devontae and Dallas Goedert. Then AJ pitched the bitch, started complaining, and then the offense went stagnant again because Jalen Hurts felt the obligation to get him the football. If not, he's going to sit there on Twitch with Twitch streamers in the media and complain about the offense. But remember something. This is the same guy that had 5 catches for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Vikings. And then immediately after the game, went on Instagram and said, using me, but not using me. George, I try to, out of respect for you, because this is your show, what the fuck does that even mean? I had 5 catches, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, using me, but not using me. What the hell? What does that mean?
It makes no sense.
This is the same guy that came out. Do you remember what he said last year? He came out a week later and said, winning the Super Bowl didn't do anything for me. And he said, it's on his Instagram. Yes, that is proven. A.J. Brown came out and said, I'd rather dominate my opponent one-on-one on the field. It gives me more of a satisfaction. So you are a me guy. You care about your statistics and your accolades as an individual. You don't give a shit about the better of the team.
Wow, I missed that one.
If this was months ago, that's why. If Lane Johnson if Lane Johnson's entire body wasn't breaking on him, so here's what happens with AJ. If they cut him at any point, it's a $72 million cap hit in dead cap money. Ooh. If he is traded after June the 1st, it is a $43 million dead cap for 2 years. They will save $7 million if they trade him after June 1st this year. It'll be a $16 million dead cap this year. Then next year, a $27 million dead cap hit. But then bye-bye, all goes away. If Lane Johnson and this offensive line wasn't so banged up, I would draft Mekhi Lemon out of USC in the first round and I'd kick this brick back to Tennessee and say, here you go play in this dumpster again. I won a Super Bowl, but it did nothing for me. Okay. I see where those priorities lie. I love AJ.
I was going to say that sounds just like a repeat of Odell Beckham.
And that's the thing. Like I said, I love AJ. I've loved him ever since he got here. We wouldn't be in this position if it weren't for him. We wouldn't have won a Super Bowl without him. But they're not going to move him because regardless of what's happened over the past year, I'm not in the business of getting rid of good football players for nothing.
Right.
I'm also not in the business of getting rid of good football players. AJ Brown is still a very good football player. Someone's got to sit his ass down and say, listen, we are an NFC contender year in and year out. We are winning 11 or more games every year and getting to Super Bowls. If you want to be a part of that, you need to get your shit together. And, I don't want to bring this up, but a lot of people say, we got to be careful with how we talk about, because, AJ has had, we remember the interview when he was in Tennessee, right? About what he goes through in his head. And I respect that because as a person that I battle depression. I'm not afraid to admit it. But George, let me tell you something. I've learned about this. For people that have if you go through mental health issues, depression, whatever, do you know what that kind of stuff does to you? It makes you not appreciate all the good you have in your life. When you battle mental health, you think, oh, my God. Like, for some people, oh, my God, the rent's due. I got the bills to pay. I got a kid who's a newborn. I got to pay for all his stuff. Oh, my God, it's a negativity. But in your heart, you're like, I got a roof over my head, food in my fridge, and I got a family. Like, that's the good part of it, right? Sometimes your mental health plays tricks on you, and you don't appreciate what you do have. AJ Brown's got it pretty good right now. He's got a good piece, a high-paid wide receiver on a team that is still competing for a Super Bowl almost every year. The expectation every year is to be in a Super Bowl. What do you want to do? Go make more money, get more catches, and be in Tennessee and win 4 games a year?
That's true. I mean, you can't have, your quote-unquote dynasty teams. It's far in between. I mean, the Patriots had it for several years under Bill. Then Bill went away. Things changed up. Everybody's like, all right, new shooters. Okay, fine. The Chiefs had a small little run. They're like, oh, they're going to do this for the next 10 to 12 years. And wrong. We saw that writing on the wall when Mahomes got one of the biggest dang contracts, and we're going, give it 2 years. Well, as soon as Tyreek Hill was like, deuces, I'm out, then everybody went, well, what's he going to do now? Well, okay, he got one. Okay, well, maybe we didn't need Tyreek. Well, now what do you do? Well, we're losing 7 defensive people, 3 offensive people. Well, we're going to rebuild kind of within ourselves. We'll be okay. We'll check through the draft. Yeah, okay. Well, you're making, just skating by, making it through, going, all right, got another Super Bowl. And then you got your butt waxed. And I was like, uh-oh. And now, of course, this year came up and it's just like, oh, yeah, no problem. They're good. They're good. And I even said it. Week 8. Nope, it's not looking good. Why? The jig is up, man. It wasn't the fact that everybody's figured out what's going on. It's that they figured out that the Chiefs don't have anybody left. That was the problem. They were losing too many people. And you can't replenish out of the draft 19 guys that you lose within 2 years. It just doesn't work that way. That's not how this works. You have to try to make those different adjustments with free agency. Who can you afford to trade? It's not good.
And
Sam.
Plus, the Eagles right now, like over the past few years, let's be real, the Eagles have gone cheaper and younger on defense, drafting players on rookie deals, and they've built one of the best defenses in football. They've got Quinyon Mitchell. They've got Cooper DeJean. They've got Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Jahad Campbell. Moro Ajomo, Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt. I could go on and on. And the reason to have all those young players that are all really good young players on these cheap rookie contracts, you've been able to pay your offensive stars, Saquon, AJ, Devontae, Jalen. Well, guess what? Now those defensive players are coming up on contracts. So guess what's going to happen? You're going to have to flip the script. You're going to have to start getting cheaper and cost efficient on the offensive side of the football to keep some of these defensive players. You're going to have to start switching this game up. And they have the front. Howie Roseman knows what he's doing. We know that by now.
Yes.
They built one of the best one of the best rosters in the NFL.
It's been impressive to watch, even the behind the scenes stuff, like the War Room films and stuff that get leaked out afterwards.
Did you see the one when they got Cooper DeJean? How happy as hell he was.
That's my favorite one.
Hold on. Can you pin that latest comment? Anthony, I'm not doing a top 10 quarterback right now in the NFL divisional rounds here.
No. Totally not.
Anthony, talk to me in August.
I was going to say, let's wait a few weeks.
Talk to me in the summer about that. I'm not doing that right now.
We'll need something. We'll turn around. We can hit that up during the Super Bowl week when there's nothing going on. Oh, wait a minute. That flag football game will be happening. So,
would you not get off with that?
Got to cover that. We have to cover that. Why not?
I'll blow my brains out. How about that? Good grief.
The laughing farce that the Pro Bowl game has become. Oh, it's still a shame. I still remember watching several years back, and the official turned around and goes, "Yes, there are penalties in the Pro Bowl game."
That's Hockley.
Yes, I was just cracking up. Ed was great. I miss Ed. Ed was hilarious. Absolutely hysterical. One of my favorites.
You remember the one referee last year that caught the NFL player saying this is effing bullshit on his mic, and he gave him this death stare?
Was that the same one who was doing the I'm talking to America here? Was it the same dude?
I don't know if it was, but do you remember what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine
yes,
that was
It was because it was Jackson Smith and Jigba who did it. And when Geno Smith turned around and interrupted him when he said, "Hey, I'm trying to talk to him. I'm talking to America here." So it was Seattle both games. That's right. Because it was Jackson Smith and Jigba this year. I remember that. Yep. Yes, I do. It was Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he just looked at him like, "Does your mother know you?" Talk with that.
Could you imagine that was Ed Hockley? That was the referee for that?
I would have just, oh my gosh. Ed would have been priceless, but this guy's hilarious. I mean, he rolls with the punch. Sorry. He just rolls with the punches like that. That's pretty good, though. I thought it was great that he was talking to America, but yes, that was priceless. 100% priceless. Hey, Mr. Zolt, how you doing, buddy?
Doing all right.
I'm leaving. I am leaving if you don't change that background right now.
Oh, wow.
I've had to look at that damn that fake Zolt. Italian's face all year. Get that off the screen now or I'm leaving.
Wow.
He's gonna come back with something. He's gonna come back with like something over from our playoff game that pissed me off. I wasn't serious. It wasn't that serious. Damn.
He is. He's gonna change. He's changing out. I expected a Tomlin behind him.
Yeah, like Ken Batula don't deserve that headline.
Oh, there's the Pittsburgh. There's the Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's the Pittsburgh one.
There's the Pittsburgh front office.
I didn't have a backup plan.
You didn't have to
everything's
actually
fine.
change it. I was kidding.
That's fine. That's fine. I understand.
Wait, let me be real. You heard me say I was going to leave, and you're like, oh, wait, me and George by ourselves.
Yeah,
Shit.
No. So little bit of football talk today.
Not really.
Yeah. I was going to say you popped in earlier and noted while you were working with the young man.
Indeed.
I do need to step away to turn around and get some more water here so that I can take this new medication. So I will be
part timer, whatever you need to do.
Oh, wow. Back to that, huh?
He's more of a part-timer than Brock Lesnar.
Wow.
So, sir, speaking of offensive coordinators, how's your guys' search looking?
I mean, unfortunately, our new OC, I believe, left after his interview today, but I mean that makes sense.
Who'd you interview today?
Mike McDaniel was in town. He was in
Okay.
Ford Field. Which I mean that'd be a fantastic get for anybody.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's up for 4 interviews for head coaches. So obviously he's not going to take an OC gig if the potential for still being a head coach is out there, which I totally get.
True, but because now I don't know if you heard me read it off earlier, but Josina Anderson tweeted out about maybe an hour ago that the first 2 names that have surfaced for the Eagles are Cliff Kingsbury and Kevin Stefanski. And
Yeah,
Stefanski, I feel, is kind of like in the same boat as McDaniel. He's going to get a shot. But I made the point here. The best job available is the Ravens.
okay.
If you're Kevin Stefanski and say Harbaugh's going to go to New York, say Baltimore goes in a different direction, doesn't hire you, are you going to, after being in Cleveland, do you really think you're going to say, yeah, I'll go to Arizona or Tennessee? Do you really think? I mean, it may make sense for some of these guys that don't get the big job in Baltimore to go to a team which, by the way, Lions and Eagles, 2 of the best offensive rosters in the NFL.
Yeah.
Go there, replenish yourself, and either wait for a better job or you hang there and earn some stuff because that takes the fancy all day.
That's really kind of what it boils down to, though. I mean, like, which do you feel is best for you individually? Is it to stay in that premier head coaching slot, regardless of team? Just because, I mean, and I'm not saying that it's an ego thing. It could very well be an ego thing. It could be a money thing. Or it could just be, I need to make sure everybody still sees me as a head coach. This is where I want to be. I don't want to take a step down. Or like you said, it could very well be, hey, why wouldn't you go and run the Lions offense for a year? Because we had an OC that wasn't calling his own plays. I mean, and look at how our offense performed. I mean, that's it. Obviously, each guy has to make their own choice. I mean, from everything I've heard, though, Stefanski does not have he's got quite a few suitors. You know, it's not just going to be a, Giants or bust or whomever. Kingsbury, on the other hand, I think could be a really good get as an OC.
Here's the thing with him. If we remember, and here's the thing. I'm not trying to say look, I run a show called Unbiased. I'm not trying to be Eagles biased. Oh, Stefanski would rather be the Eagles OC. Right. Stefanski, what I like is that they are taking big swings to try to get this right, like they did with Vic Fangio to fix their defense. That's what I like to see.
Right.
Kingsbury was the runner-up 2 years ago before they hired Kellen Moore. The big turnoff was he said, well, I want to bring in my own staff, including a new offensive line coach. And Jeffrey Lurie said, buddy, I've had the same O-line coach for a decade, and I have the best O-line in football. You're not getting rid of him. So he wanted to replace Stoutland. They didn't want that, and then that's why they pivoted to Kellen Moore. Now, am I upset that it happened? Absolutely not. But the only thing I dislike with Kingsbury, not a big typical fan of running the football. He's known for the air raid offense. We have the wide receivers for it. We don't have the passing attack for it. This passing offense has been broken for 3-4 years now, which is why I don't understand why Eagle fans are complaining about this like it's something freaking new. But I like having the dominant run game attack. It kills clock. It wins you games. It keeps your defense off the freaking field, which, by the way, you know how in hockey we have ice time for each player? I would like to know what the field time for my defensive players were this year, because I feel like they played about 80 hours on the field this year. I mean, these poor sons. God, did you guys see the shot they took of Jalen Carter right before the McCaffrey go-ahead touchdown? He looked like he was about to keel over on the field. He's 25 years old. Kevin Patullo took years off these men's lives.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't really, quote-unquote, love the idea of a pass-first heavy offense because I want to keep the dominant run game. It's been our bread and butter since Nick got here. Did it with Miles Sanders, did it with DeAndre Swift, and now we're doing it with Saquon. I mean, even this year, Saquon was still like top 10 in the league in rushing.
I mean,
in a down year.
No offense. You could take what I'm about to say and turn it into that somehow it's simplistic, and it isn't. I'm not trying to say that at all. But you look at your offense, the Eagles' offense, it's not hard to figure out how to make that work. At least it shouldn't be.
No. Like you have at a time was a top 5 wide receiver. I think AJ's body, I was asking George this earlier. If you go look at AJ his first 2 years here with those 2 almost 1,500-yard years, he's not moving the same this year. The lower body injuries are starting to affect him a little bit, but he is still at worst. I mean, at worst, if you just flipped him and Smith and say, all right, Devontae's our number 1 target now. Still really good position. You've had Dallas Goedert. You have Saquon Barkley. I will also say you have a top 5 offensive line when it's healthy. That's the problem. These 5 this year were not healthy at all. But you're right. It should not be that hard to fix this.
Yeah. Honestly,
I
don't even know if fixing is the right term. I don't think fixing.
Adjusting.
There's not much fixing that has to happen. It's
right. Just small adjustments.
Yes,
tweaking.
It's correct scheme.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Anthony's laid that out there. Which team do you think gets their new head coach first?
Giants. They've had the longest to figure it out. And granted, new names have popped up, but I think they are kind of the linchpin right now. I think they're going to make their choice. And I said it from the beginning. It's like Stefanski was their guy unless Harbaugh got fired. Harbaugh got fired. They got 2 guys. That's who they're focused on. And it's a matter of, can they figure out a deal for one of those 2 guys? And then the other one needs to figure out where they're going to go from there.
Yeah, because I'm in pure belief that I believe as far as Cleveland goes, I think that Schwartz is going to probably just get promoted within.
Yeah, y'all have been awful.
I don't think that Harbaugh, even though as much as Harbaugh has Cleveland ties, I don't think it's going to happen. And I think they're good because Cleveland wants to keep the OC. And they really want to keep Schwartz as a DC if they don't turn around and have him as a head coach. So they're already pretty much saying, all we need is just the head coach. You've already got your staff here. So if neither guy comes in or whoever comes in, whether it be even McDaniel, I think that they're going, well, we kind of wanted our own guys, and then that's why I think that Cleveland's probably just going to settle with promoting from within.
First of all, if I'm any team that it gets below 40 degrees and I'm interviewing McDaniel, I'm concerned. But anyway, that's a joke for another day. Here's the thing. The one thing we know about the Cleveland Browns right now is that Watson thing is going to screw them until he is no longer there.
Yes.
Jim Schwartz actually right now is probably a perfect hire. Get him to get you the hell out of that situation. Then start looking ahead to the future. Right now, your focus needs to be getting the hell out of that situation. Draft well if you have anything close to the draft you had last year or this year, oh my God, they're in great shape. But
minus the quarterbacks.
Well, yes, minus that, yes. But if you just let Jim Schwartz coach for the next few years, what are you competing for the next 2 years? Who sucks more, you or the Bengals? Okay, whatever.
Well, Zappy's already gone. You already heard that.
Dude.
Zappy went to the Jets this morning.
Oh God, that's even worse.
Yeah, Zappy went to the Jets this morning. So,
Wait.
Yes, the Jets signed Zappy this morning.
He's still in the league?
Yeah.
Hang on. So, claimed off of practice squad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, what's the...
Yeah, you're still active business.
No, I understand. I get it. I'm trying to think what they get out of it.
Hang on.
So, no, this is the time of year you can sign players to futures deals. So, because the Eagles just did...
I thought futures deals weren't until after the last game is played.
We just signed... You remember Carson Steele, the running back for the Chiefs?
Right.
We just got him on a futures deal today.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, futures deals can be done after, your season's over.
Gotcha. You start raiding practice squads.
Yeah.
Oh.
And when I say this was early this morning, it was around 10 o'clock this morning. Yeah, it's a reserve futures contract.
There you go.
Pellisario kicked it off because I came across it ironically on my MSN and I went, it says Browns quarterback already gone. And I'm sitting here going, excuse me? Wait a minute. What? Hold on.
I got a Pelissero tweet here if you're interested.
Shoot.
I don't
mind Tom at all. I don't mind Tom one bit. Tom's good.
Oh, I love Tom. Former Ravens coach John Harbaugh continues to gather information on potential destinations, and the expectations are he'll interview with the Giants, Titans, and Falcons by the end of the week. Other teams remain interested, but those three appear to have the inside track.
Yeah, well, we went over what's there in Tennessee. Okay, here's what's in Tennessee. Tennessee have good pieces on defense. They haven't put it all together. They've got some really good pieces there. They have a potential quarterback already in Cam Ward who has looked like the deal in spots, and then in other spots not so much.
Right.
You also have very good draft pick, and you have $100 million in cap space.
Okay.
Get who you want.
And you probably bring in your own OC, which is what he wants to do. Sam and I talked about that too.
Yeah,
that's I said. I think Cleveland's totally out.
No, because then he's going to take Monken away, and I want him in Philly as my OC.
Yeah, no matter wherever Harbaugh goes, I think Monken goes with him.
Yeah,
I think that's.
Well, now wait. Let me ask you this one: would he pick between him and Greg Roman, who got fired today from the Chargers? Because Roman used to be his OC in Baltimore too. Would he pick? Or do you think it's Monken or nothing?
Yeah, that was an interesting release, wasn't it?
I mean, regardless of the name of your show, I am biased, and I'm not a Greg Roman fan.
I take
No,
Kevin Patullo.
I think especially because he took the bullet for his OC from Baltimore. Yes, he's bringing him with him.
Greg Roman just took the bullet for the entire offensive line room in LA. What the hell are we talking about? And hold on. So I understand I'm being biased, but unbiased. After what I just watched with Kevin Patullo, Greg Roman looks like Ben Johnson to me right now.
Right.
That's how bad I have it up right now.
I hear you.
So does Greg Roman get consideration then for a coaching spot?
No.
Head coaching or OC?
Either.
It's hard to go from getting fired to becoming getting a promotion.
Like Roman would be like in the stage 3 set of interviews.
Oh, so you mean a Tampa Bay replacement for next year?
I'm talking Arizona.
Ooh, damn. Ow. Ooh.
I was literally when you brought up the thing about Stefanski or Kingsbury, we've discussed Stefanski to death.
Yeah.
Kingsbury to me is that level of potential head coach that I think the only opening right now that would go for him is the one that already had him.
That's what I thought. It's like, could we see a reunion?
No, because they've been there, done that. I don't see them doing it again.
But was it really his fault?
Kubiak still is waiting because he's in the playoffs. Remember, there's a lot of teams still waiting on the Kubiak thing.
You are. That's definitely a name that teams are waiting for.
And he interviewed with almost, I believe, all of them. If I'm not mistaken. I mean, I saw that on Twitter. It's like, we just finished interviewing Kubiak. Then somebody else, 2 hours later, we just finished interviewing him. Then somebody else said, we just finished it. I was like, Jesus, this dude's getting around through the Zoom.
I mean, you want to talk about, easy when you're on Zoom.
Yeah, I was impressed. I was like, thank God he doesn't have to fly everywhere.
Imagine how much money he'd be spending on flights if there was no such thing as Zoom.
No, whoever wants you pays for the flight because they want
a lot of money.
They want to see you. Mr. Anthony.
I'm not saying it's a better fit. I'm just saying if you're looking at it as why would you choose that, those are the reasons that you're going to have. I'm still thinking Harbaugh goes to the Giants. I think they're both their number ones right now. It's just a matter of making that work. Because I've heard there are some demands there.
I think the team that's probably short and probably wants to interview him, I'm sure now, is Pittsburgh. But I don't think they're going to get an opportunity to. I mean, I think that's the other problem is who do they like better? What team likes better? It's like, do you want Harbaugh or do you want Kubiak? It's a coin toss because everybody right off the rip before this whole thing, Kubiak was everybody's numero uno. And then when Stefanski got the axe and then Harbaugh got the axe, it was like, oh, hold on. Wait up. Hold the phone. So, yes, let's not forget that certain teams are waiting for Kubiak to finish. And if by some miracle it happens on Saturday night, we could find out by Sunday who Kubiak would go.
But remember, you don't want to be the guy. You don't want to be the team that waits too long and doesn't get your guy.
Right, but I don't think that they can announce it until after he's done.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
So it's like you have to wait. And it's
why do you think we fired Patullo when we did?
Right.
We fired Kevin Patullo faster than we fired Brian Johnson 2 years ago. They waited. No, I'm serious. No, I'm serious. They waited 9 days before that. They fired this son of a bitch 2 days later. Even though I kind of think when they got back to the locker room after that game, Jeffrey probably pulled Nick aside and said, "You know what the first topic of your exit meeting is, right?"
Right.
Well, no, because the thing was, because people in this city, guys, we see NFL franchises like, no offense, George, the Browns, the Titans, right? And I got idiots in this city. They're firing the head coach who's won 11 games 4 straight years and just been to 2 Super Bowls. That's what we do here. We want the head coach fired. And I made here was what I said. Nick would have only got fired in one scenario if he would have went into that office and went to bat for Patullo, because Jeffrey Lurie was not letting him bring Patullo back.
No, and I think Lurie's got a good relationship with Nick. And we had talked about it, I know, about mid-season, because you on 609 was that, people were asking for his head. And it was like, why? He's not the one making the freaking call.
Yes,
but then you clearly brought up your OC and said, if he doesn't get his act together, he's gone. And week by week, you just kept bringing him up, going, it's not looking good for him. It's not looking good. And sure enough.
That's the other point that I've been trying to make. Why are you going to fire a coach that has given you the best stretch of football in your organization since Andy Reid left?
Yeah, and he has consistency. You've got consistency with that. It's kind of, like, hey, listen, Pittsburgh and Baltimore both had strong consistency for a very long period of time. They both now feel that they need to go other directions. They feel that the game has passed these guys by. Yeah. We sure as hell know it did for Pete Carroll. What the Raiders were thinking is still beyond me.
Hold on. You use the Raiders and thinking in the same sentence. That's the problem right there.
It's an oxymoron. My fault. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's the meds. It's kicking in.
Yeah, I was going to say, yep, that's what we're blaming it on. Yes.
The meds have turned him into a part-timer like Brock Lesnar, so me and Zoe kind of have to.
I told you, George, when you said you pulled the trigger on changing the name, I swear to God, I thought I was going to pull that up and it was going to say Medicated Aces. I swear to you.
Is it sad that I kind of like the sound of it?
I tinkered with. I did tinker with it with a little medical cross. I did tinker with it. I'm not gonna lie. Because when you said that to me, I was just like, oh my God, this would be hilarious. I almost did it.
Medicated Aces. Jesus. What are we doing?
Almost did it. Almost. It would have been good.
You guys.
It was just the timing of it. That's all.
Right. So an awesome little piece that I've got next, of course, is our weekend. And thank God there's no NFL ignorance for a dang Monday Night Football game, because that's just stupid. A lot of people were really upset with having the stupid game last night.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
There was no point to that. I mean, you obviously can do 3 games without rolling over from one to another, or one on top of another on Sunday. Why the hell can't you do it on Saturday?
Right. It just made no sense at all. The number 1 seeds, no respect. They both got thrown on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's like,
they've been sitting around not doing nothing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Hurry up and get them in. Let's kick off on the AFC side right underneath me here. Got the Broncos against the Bills. The Bills did not look so hot against Jacksonville. I'm going to be honest. It's just like, Josh Allen was even looking in the interviews like afterwards going, hey, who did we just get away with murder on that one?
To be honest, though,
knew.
I don't want to say that as if there's something wrong with Jacksonville, because Jacksonville's been playing some of the best football the past 3-4 weeks in the league. So, I mean, it makes sense that they had trouble against them. It makes perfect sense. They survived, and now they get the Broncos, which is probably top 2 defense in the league.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you want the number 1 defense or the number 2 defense? Which would you like? Oops.
I mean, it's in my opinion, I'm not going to say this game is going to be over quick. I think it'll be a battle, but I don't see the Broncos losing this. This is one of those Broncos should win this 9 out of 10 times, and the Bills can go home and try to come up with whatever package they're going to send to Philly for A.J. Brown.
Honest question. If the Bills lose to Jacksonville, is the Buffalo Bills job open today?
They lost to Jacksonville? Yes.
Here.
You think so?
Sean McDermott?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sean McDermott? No.
I'm
the
asking.
GM? Yes.
Without a doubt.
Really?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Look how this team is built.
Really shit.
What the hell is Allen supposed to do except get his ass kicked by running on every damn play?
You've gotten that man no help in the wide receiver department. I swear.
You have a running back that thank God can catch, and you have 2 tight ends.
Yeah.
Those are your receivers.
Which is sad.
Speaking of which, Zoll, for bringing up the A.J. Brown thing, that's where the package is starting. I want one of those too.
Okay.
Well, no, because here's the thing, right? Dallas Goedert is a free agent, and yes, he was healthy this year, but he's going to be a 32-year-old tight end who's going to want a big payday. I'd rather just trade for one of the two. If you're going to trade AJ to Buffalo, which, of course, win for us out of conference, and even if it's Dawson Knox, I'll take him. Because the problem is, it's not just that Dallas Goedert's a free agent. All of our tight ends on our roster are free agents. Sir, are you interested in giving me Sam Laporta for a 5th rounder?
No.
No, I don't think
Perhaps I'll give you his ACL.
Or a Tesla.
That joke ran out of gas.
I'm sorry. That
joke ran out of gas.
Yeah, right. Anthony.
Let's just keep rolling with it. Keep rolling with it.
In response to Anthony's comment, which I saw, I'm going to say this. Even I think it's too early for mock drafts, okay?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Fred, 5 Eagles won since Sunday night.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I haven't looked at them. I am not at the point where I'm even going to give it the tiniest bit of analysis. It's purely just for entertainment purposes.
The second week of March, I might start looking. Maybe.
Now, granted, remember, I am the guy that says what preseason begins. God, what is it? When does preseason begin? Preseason begins like the day after the Super Bowl, and I open up the fantasy league the day of the draft.
Yeah, pretty much. No, it when business resumes in the middle of March,
right,
for the NFL, that's when I'll start taking a peek.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we've done it here. We've tried to analyze. Okay, well, who's gonna be available in free agency? Like, we got no idea, because half those guys are gonna re-sign, restructure, whatever. Give it a month and a half. Eagles draft Morgan Ducks tight end by his send you a picture.
Anthony's gonna buy an Eagles jersey.
The only thing that sucks about that is I love Kenyon Sadiq. He's a monster, but we've got other glaring problems because I have no idea if Lane Johnson's body works right now. So I need to start figuring out what the hell to do about him.
You know what really, really sucks? This is going to be the second draft in a row where I feel what Philly needs in the draft is almost the same as what Detroit needs in the draft.
Healthy offensive lineman.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, that's why us and you are as dominant as we are, because we focus on the most important thing. I will say, I'm not trying to sound like an ass or try to put myself up here. I think we have prioritized our defensive line a little more than you guys have, which I think is hurting you guys because as great as Aiden Hutchinson is, some bitch needs some help.
You know what? I'm going to answer that just by saying it's like, I'm going to take it away from the draft because I think we draft similarly and we both draft well.
Yes.
The issue, you guys are actually willing to do moves other than the draft, like trade deadline moves.
True.
You're actually willing to do that.
True.
Our guy here so far is not.
And I'm going to go out, and I know this is going to be the big unpopular comment of the week. Cleveland is not, no matter how much everybody's like, oh, this is what we need. No, you do not need another quarterback, folks. Sorry. You will deal with what you have and have to live through that disaster because you have other pieces you have to fulfill first right now.
Sir, you will get Drew Aller and like it.
Nope, I'm sorry. You won't. And I know that that's going to be a very unpopular thing, but I'm sorry, folks. No, you're not getting a quarterback. If anything, the first smart money thing you should be doing is you should be looking at either an offensive lineman or a wide receiver. That's where you should be starting. That's where I believe, and especially because what you've got almost left behind Isaiah Bond is not looking too pretty. And you already cut Bell, so guess what? You need something, and you need something big.
Arnell Tate.
They can only hope that he's still there.
What are they picking?
6th, I believe.
He'll be there. And if it's not him, then it's Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. They're both going to be studs. It don't matter.
What do you know? Just for entertainment purposes, I pulled up Pro Football Network uploaded a draft today.
Did they really?
At 6,
Who we taking?
Carnell Tate goes to Cleveland.
Oh, wow. Tate going to the Giant? No.
Well, some bitch Giants better be drafted an offensive lineman. Stop with the why. Why do you need him? If you re-sign Wan'Dale Robinson, you'll have him, Malik Neighbors. No, you need to draft an offensive lineman.
They had the Giants taking Keldrick Falk, defensive end from Auburn. Or edge from Auburn.
Okay. Is Joe Shane making this up? Is making this shit up himself?
They're doing the opposite of the Detroit Lions strategy. They're drafting all the edges.
Who do they have us taking?
At 23, Brandon Cease, cornerback from South Carolina.
Not completely out of the idea. We don't have really a legit long-term answer. I mean, Adoree Jackson did well for us in the second half of the year, but I don't think I'm doing that in the first round. I got too many other problems.
Okay. I'm Xing out this webpage because we haven't even had combine invites go out yet.
Yeah, that's
the transfer portal's still open, for Christ's sake.
Yes, technically.
Yeah. Yes, that's. Okay, moving along to
Yes, that's right. We actually have a
Please
our
move
pick.
on. What are we
Our
doing
pick
here?
there. Yeah, hello.
Goodbye.
So Broncos or Bills? Who you got?
Denver.
I too am going Denver.
Pat Surtain could take the day off, and I'd still pick Denver.
Honestly, I'm telling you right now, Denver right now is my Super Bowl pick. So
I too.
Ooh.
yeah, they're going to have a fight on their hands, but this game isn't it. It's the next one.
Yeah, the Patriots and the Texans. After watching the Patriots bull rush and blitz the schneid out of Herbert.
That's what we call in hockey a mollywop.
Right, yeah, right. The Texans and Patriots defenses will do that to both opposing quarterbacks, I think, the whole damn game too. This thing's going to be low scoring. I mean, seriously low scoring.
If you like defenses that get to the quarterback, this is a fun game to watch.
Yep.
This is going to be your game.
This is going to be a very, very big game. That's, I mean, insanity right there on how defensive that game is going to be.
Watch final scores will be 37-34 because we're talking about this.
I mean, New England's only favored by 3, so that's the home points right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's Sam. It's gonna be that score you said. What was it? What'd you say? 37-34?
Yeah,
and there's gonna be like 5 pick sixes.
Oh shit! And 3 fumble return touchdowns.
Nice.
And the occasional field goals.
Oh, that's funny.
That game's going to be a dogfight, but I'm going to go with the Pats.
Yeah, agreed. The Texans, they're at a point where I root for them. It ain't going to happen this game.
I don't know. I think that Texans defense is just a little bit better, and I think they are dangerous right now, and I think that's why I'm going to go with the long shot on this one, and I'm going to take the Texans because I think it'll be Texans and Broncos next week, going at it, which will be a lot of fun, I think, to watch.
Honestly, provided the Bills lose, any matchup beyond that, give me the popcorn because that's going to be a fantastic game for the AFC Championship.
Agreed. On underneath the Zolt there, Seahawks and 49ers. The 49ers had a couple of late debaucheries, and I told Bryce, I said, this is why the score was only 13-3, because boy, was it ugly. Freddie's practice window, by the way, got opened today.
Yep.
So, of course, I'm sitting there going, "Yay!"
In theory, you could see him next week.
Yeah. So I was like, a little late, but still, thank you. If the miracle happens, I'm going to say if. But the Seahawks have been so damn solid. It's spooky, but like they brought Sam, like I've been watching Get Up as well and having it playing. It's like they're waiting for the Sam Darnold to see ghosts and screw up. And that's what everybody's waiting on. And they're like, could it happen the second time around here? And I was just like,
the way I look at it is, it's always tough to play in a division opponent a third time. And I love, like, first of all, when the coach of the year is voted on, it should be Kyle Shanahan. I understand all the other names of what they've done, This guy is in the divisional round, and he's on like his 19th string linebacker, his 80th defensive end, his 450th wide receiver. Like, the guy literally deserves to be coach of the year for what he's accomplished this year. However, they're not going against Kevin Patullo this week. They're going against Kubiak and Mike McDonald and that fucking Seahawks defense, which I love so much. I think I'm going to roll with the Seahawks in this one. Respectfully.
Yeah,
I'm
like I
also
said,
going to go with Seattle, and I'm not doing it as respectfully.
it's like you're doing it, but I don't like it.
No, I like it. I like it a little bit too much.
Well, I'm definitely doing it, but I don't like it. But that is concerning because I mean Sam's doing so well. It's like I'm waiting for that other shoe to drop, and
You're waiting for
he
him to
goes
turn
into
into Sam Darnold.
yeah, waiting exactly. So I don't know. I mean, yes, I would love for the miracle to happen, but like I said, I picked the Seahawks last time too. I was like, I didn't think the 49ers had the snowball's chance and at home. And here's kind of the weird thing. The Seahawks are at home where they've lost. they always won on the road this year. They hadn't lost on the road. Now they're at home and they've been sitting for a week. So I don't know.
Yeah, that goes to the Broncos too. You got to be careful with these teams on these bye weeks. It bites them in the ass sometimes. They
And
come
Seattle's
out
favored by
rusty.
7.5. And I'm
I don't
sitting
like
here
that
going,
line.
I don't know about that line, boys and girls. I'm sitting here
If
going,
they
I
weren't
don't know.
divisional opponents, I wouldn't mind it. But the fact that they're divisional opponents, no way.
Yeah, if I was betting this one, yeah, I'll take the 49ers in 7.5. Sure.
All right, well here, let me give you an over under George watches to at least 2 quarters of this game.
Yeah.
Being it is Saturday evening, Bryce has basketball and it is an away game and the varsity game will probably be still playing at that point. And by the time I get home, it may be about halfway through the third quarter already.
Give me the
by
under.
the time I get back. So
Sounds
getting
good.
2 quarters, I'll definitely be taking the under on the 2 quarters. I think
Hang on,
I'm
wait a
for
minute.
sure an under.
George, you can't bet on your own prop bet. This isn't college.
Well, they're gonna think this shit's rigged.
Touche.
George, I gave you the script. Oh, see, now you made me admit it. I gave a script. Son of a bitch. Now we know what DA stands for. Dumbasses After Dark.
Sir, it always has.
Oh, the Bears are at home and are underdogs again. Apparently, Ben Johnson likes it this way. The Rams are favored by 3.5. Matthew Stafford and Chicago. Interesting history there. Very interesting history. And I'm like, how well does Puka do in the cold? That is my ultimate question. Can Puka do cold? I don't know. I've never seen Puka play in cold. This will be a first. Can Puka play in cold?
I have a different question for this game.
Shoot.
When the fourth quarter comes, can the Bears make up 14 points against the Rams? And the answer is no.
We already kind of saw the struggles that their defense had with the Packers, who were not a healthy offense. And let's be real. I know I gave them props earlier. I like their wide receivers. They are not Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams.
Right.
Or Mr. Corum, for that matter.
Or Williams.
Yeah, they started using him in the past game. I was like, where the hell was this when I needed it in fantasy football, you jackasses?
Yeah, they were like, oh, the hell with you.
Blake Corum it is. Look, even in the NFL, I'm still getting screwed by freaking Michigan players.
Which is what we
Pain
do.
of a Penn State fan. That's okay.
Okay.
We're looking. Next year will be fine.
They are expecting some snow and about 25-mile-an-hour winds for that game.
Oh, right.
Oh,
it's January.
the temperature, by the way, 18 with the wind chill of 6.
Okay. I mean, Chicago in January, man.
Gonna be fun when Mother Nature decides to step in. It's always fun when Mother Nature steps in. I do like when Mother Nature steps in and says, "Hey, here, try this." I mean, how much fun is it watching a fog bowl game, Dave?
Right.
Those fog bowl games, those fog bowl games in Chicago are hilarious to watch. I mean, absolutely hysterical. Real quick before I think you may have a fibber for us. Tomorrow night on Talking About Balls, Justin and Kyle are going to be going over, a lot of similar stuff we're going over, especially everything Cleveland related. And an interesting name under his coaching search update, I had to do a double take because I went, huh? Almost to the whole Tim Allen. He noted down Nick Saban. Look at Zolt. Wow, Zolt. That's a good one too.
Okay.
Sam's trying for the rock eyebrow. But to watch Zolt's veins go like this was like, what?
I will not say never. Because, I mean, I've seen Bill Belichick go to North Carolina.
Yeah.
But no.
I'm interested to hear the conversation tomorrow night. That's for sure. They are at 7:00 between 7 and 9 tomorrow. Catch them tomorrow to follow up with that interesting conversation because that's gonna be a fun one for sure.
I'm staying away from that.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. I'm the producer, so
no, not the show, just the whole stuff.
Even I'm interested to hear what that where that one came from. Because wow. My friend Matt had been texting me a little bit, and he's mentioning Udinski, Shields pitcher, and Dirty. McDaniel likely only established coach they have a chance with, though. QB room kills any chance with Harbaugh, and he wants warm weather. I don't know. I think Harbaugh is basically going to get. I think they're going to back the Brinks. Let's put it this way: teams are going to back the Brinks trucks up to his house.
He's going to get 10 a year.
He's going to get He's going to get paid.
He's going to get 10 a year, and he's probably going to get 10 million to spend on his staff.
Yeah, for sure.
The Bears Rams. Rams expose the Bears. That's what I think happens.
I'd like to see Bears and Seahawks. I think that'd be fun.
No.
Wow, really, Dave?
Just
I
no.
think it would be. Zold, come on, man. Let Ben Johnson go all the way, baby.
No.
Ben Johnson all the way. Oh, would that be salt in the wound or what?
Nope.
That'll be the second Detroit thing to leave that goes and gets to a Super Bowl.
This is going to be the first game that the frauds are not playing another fraud.
Okie dokie. Hey, just remember, the Rams almost lost to the Panthers again.
Yeah, no,
There's always a chance.
I get it.
There's always that chance.
I mean, it's playoffs. It's playoffs.
Like I said, I could see Bears and Seahawks going at it, and then depending on the outcome of how much fun the Texans and Broncos defenses would be to see playing each other, that'd be tons of fun too. I mean, pop the popcorn, get it all ready because it's going to be a fun weekend.
Now, hold on real quickly. This is the definition of organizational malpractice bullshit that we like to talk about, right? You know, we've talked about like the Ravens, you know, they're going after Stefanski, they're looking at Kingsbury, the Giants and the Falcons are going after Harbaugh. And then you get bullshit like this. The Dolphins are setting to meet with Raiders defensive coordinator Patrick Graham for their head coaching job.
Okay.
What? What?
Can we next topic, please? I can't do this right now.
Hang on. I have, and you're gonna laugh. I have a legitimate. Why don't you give Antonio Pierce another shot? You know, after you canned him after 1 year.
I mean, they're still paying him.
Right. Just bring him back.
You know what they should do? They should assemble the Raiders should assemble a coaching staff of all the coaches they're still paying.
Jesus.
Wow. I
You wouldn't have to add any more payroll.
I was going to say, isn't Josh McDaniels still on that list?
Probably.
Oh, fuck.
See, you forgot about that. I didn't. Is Art Shell on that list?
What do we have next?
Zolt's probably got to fill in the blank.
I do. However, before we get to that, I do want to bring up two things that I've heard a couple times now, this over the weekend and now today, that I just want to make sure our opinions align, and they're both to do with college football. Apparently coaches got together and have asked for a rule change as far as redshirting. They want to move it from 4 games to 9. Which sounds incredibly stupid to me.
Yeah.
You can basically play your entire non-conference schedule and then redshirt them.
Get the hell out of here.
This screams to me as like some upper echelon schools that want to just be able to use playing time as more of an incentive. I don't know. I just literally the coaches have supposedly gotten together and sent this up for review to whatever the hell competition committee the NC2A uses. That, hey, we want to make this a rule change. I'm okay if you want to make it up to like 5 or 6 games, but that's 6 got to be the top bar. I mean, you can't go beyond that. If it's a medical thing beyond that, you have medical red shirts. That's a separate category.
That's exactly
9 games. What the? So you're gonna let You're going to let a true freshman come in. Oh, you got this 5-star guy. You're going to give him the first 4 or 5 games of your season to not play and just warm up and learn the playbook and, get into the weight room for a month and a half, 2 months. And then you're going to throw him out there for the rest of your season in the college football playoff. Oh, but that didn't count. He still has all of his eligibility left because now we're redshirting him. How stupid
my God.
is that?
Diego Pavia is going to find a way to go back to school.
Jesus.
We're going to have a 40-year-old Heisman candidate.
Anyway, I heard that. I thought it was extremely stupid.
Yeah.
I think that's absolutely terrible.
And then on the topic of extremely stupid, let's go to the Big Ten. So, we have until the end of January to actually figure out if we're going to go take the college football playoff to 16 teams or whatever, because they still haven't figured that out. And eventually they have a cutoff here. The Big Ten has told the SEC, who's all in on 16 teams, the Big Ten has told them, okay, we will agree to go to 16 teams. In return, after X number of years, we take it to 24.
You don't have that much time on the calendar to play that many games.
We lost Sam.
Sam just said
the Big Ten has officially lost Sam.
That makes no sense. You will have to shorten your season just to get that playoff done. You have to shorten your season by 4 or 5 weeks to get that playoff done.
Basically, it's all but one ranked team at the end of the season.
Yeah, that's.
Can we just?
You get a bowl game. You get a bowl game. You get a bowl game. You get.
Hang on. They're already getting bowl games.
Right. I know. I'm just saying. That's where we're at. Everybody gets to play,
guys.
No.
Whose initial idea was this? Did you say the SEC?
The SEC was 100% behind going to 16 teams. The entire argument has been who gets in those 16. Who are the automatic qualifiers, etc.
Well, of course, the SEC wants more fucking teams. They haven't been in a national title game in 3 years, so they want more opportunities to get back into it.
Right. And they always tend to get that bump in the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
The SEC, never. I've never seen them get. It's not like Indiana just blew out with the SEC's darling.
And meanwhile, the Big Ten has been claiming they want to keep it the way it is, which they don't want to keep it the way it is. They want to go to 16 and get something out of it. So they're negotiating. But this is their negotiation right now.
Please don't. For the love of God.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to make your all's day in case you hadn't heard either of those, and apparently you hadn't. Okay. So today's fill in the blank. We're not going to do this as a traditional fill in the blank. Part of it we will, because it's a fairly sizable list.
Okay.
However, we'll do, I'd say, top and bottom of the list. We'll see if we can figure it out. And then we'll just kind of start guessing and we'll get them in here because I don't want this to go to 12.
Yeah, there was a fun one I found earlier that I was like, ooh, that would be a great fill in the blank. And I was going to message you on it earlier, but I had to drive people around. So I apologize for not getting it to you. I'll get it to you for next week.
That's awesome. So for NFL,
because I think the guy's list was totally wrong to begin with. So I figured you'll be able to look it up correctly.
So we all are familiar with analytics in sports. I think it's actually most famous in, say, baseball.
Yeah.
So specifically in baseball, we have WAR, wins against replacement, is probably one of the most common stats that they use for analytics. In football, no, it's okay. It's okay.
The baseball guy has given you the middle finger without giving you the middle finger.
It is okay. In football, we have what's called EPA, which is expected points added. So this is when a player plays the game, how many points above normal does he give to your football team? I have a list of 39 quarterbacks. This is total EPA over the season for 39 quarterbacks, minimum of 200 offensive plays. So yes, the leader in EPA gained, well, I don't want to say gained because that almost feels like a real stat as opposed to analytics. According to the formula, added basically 170 points over the course of the season to what that team would have expected to get with your average quarterback.
Okay. So
All right. Any guesses at the top of this list here?
Josh Allen.
God damn it.
Okay.
It's the most obvious one. It's going to be Josh. Wow.
Okay.
Only 104.
Is Drake May in the top 5?
Ding, 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 ding.
Wow. Really?
Hey, motherfuckers think he ain't special.
That is, wow. That is not what I was expecting.
Is number 2 is Matthew Stafford in the top 5? Okay.
I will give a hint for number 2. Not in the playoffs. I should say
Burrow.
Not currently in the playoffs.
Lamar.
Is it Burrow?
It's neither of those.
Mahomes.
Nope.
Not in the playoffs. Not in the playoffs as in eliminated or not in at all?
He's not currently in the playoffs.
He's not currently in the playoff. Jordan Love.
Oh, hey, Anthony. How you doing? Says he was getting on me about Jordan Love earlier. Oh.
Okay. Again, I don't want to. We don't have to sit here
Right.
and try to figure out every slot. Let's go to the bottom.
The minuses.
Let's go to the very bottom.
Any Cleveland quarterback.
I was going to say all 3 Cleveland quarterbacks.
Okay. Hang on. We'll get there.
Put Dylan and Sander.
I was going to say, which one do you think this is?
Both. Oh, which one?
Because I got news for you.
Yes.
Hang on.
That one?
Hang on. All 3 of them qualify for this list.
Oh,
they all shit. All 3 had over 200 plays.
Really? Flacco had over 200?
He had 455 offensive plays.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Huh. It's been so long since they had to worry about him.
I will
the minus 59.
Yes.
Give me Dylan there.
Okay. It is not Dylan. It is, in fact,
it's Shedeur. I really didn't want it to be Shedeur, but okay.
That's the worst of the 3. I will tell you the other 2 are next to each other. And it's the 43-52 and the 45-56.
Wow. Ouch. That does not bode well. That does not say a lot for Cleveland. Ew.
Is the very last one Geno?
The very last one is not Geno, but you are so damn close.
Oh, I was gonna say I was expecting Geno. Kyler is it Kyler?
I don't know. Hang on, let me see if Kyler had enough. He might not have had enough plays, frankly.
And it doesn't count.
He doesn't get on the list because he didn't have
did
enough.
Make the list. He had 206. The cutoff was 200.
Oh, that's funny.
He was actually
It's-
positive.
Wow.
There's a shock.
Who's worse than
All
Geno?
right.
Here's the thing. It's not necessarily a quarterback that's worse. It's just the results were worse.
AFC or NFC for that last one?
AFC.
AFC?
Mm-hmm.
Cam Ward.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
That Titans
40
team is dog shit.
46,
Yeah, but I thought he
46.
was doing better than that, though, because the Titans were into some of those games. I
What
didn't
the
think
fuck
it was
game were
gonna
you
be that.
watching?
They were. Listen, I'm just saying. Well, trust me, I watched Cleveland and Tennessee. He looked like a freaking rock star.
All right, I'm gonna go slide over up to the number 5.
Oh, okay.
Is number
All right.
5 Jared Goff?
Hang on. It is not Goff. You were not far from it, though. I'm going to go ahead and throw Goff in here.
Okay. Number
Any other
5.
Is that Sam Darnold?
No, sir.
Is number 5?
Just saying.
Give me a conference for number 5.
AFC.
Fuck, there goes my guesses. Lamar?
Nope.
It's not
Don't tell me
Mahomes.
Rodgers.
Get the
No.
fuck out of here.
It's
Thank
not
you.
Rodgers.
Thank you.
Daniel Jones?
Oh, I forgot about
No.
Daniel.
I'm going to go ahead and put Danny Dimes in here.
Wow.
Wow. Hey, listen.
Wait.
Hey, a top 10? Okay. Hey.
Number 5 is Trevor Lawrence.
Is
Ooh,
not Trevor
good
Lawrence.
guess.
Trevor
Wow.
Just
fairly
outside
well,
the top
though.
10.
Wow.
AFC.
Oh, Nix?
Is also not Bo Nix, but we are definitely filling in this top 10. You've said his name when you were looking for the top 4. I just didn't fill it in.
Burrow?
Nope. Close.
No, it's not Burrow. Close.
Well, close as in you said his name, I think, right before you said Burrow.
It's not Lamar.
Come on. Didn't make the playoffs. What a travesty.
Mahomes?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Okay. NFC. Not
Is
a
this
playoff
Jalen?
team.
Oh, not a playoff team. Baker Mayfield?
No. Baker,
Not a
in
bad
fact, is
guess.
down here.
Oh.
Okay. I'm just going to take a wild shit guess because of how much he played this year. Is it Jacoby Brissett?
Jacoby? No, actually. Let me find
I like
Jacoby
that
real
guess.
quick.
I like that guess.
It's not a horrible guess. I'm going to
No.
go ahead and fill it in. For as good as his stats were.
Wow.
Not great in this department. Jaden Daniels?
No, in fact, Jaden Daniels was negative.
Oh, shit. Yeah, rough year.
All right.
Is it Dak?
Still a dart?
There you go.
Dak?
That offense. friggin' clicked.
Yeah, finally. Of course. I didn't pick any of it on my fantasy squads. Of course I did.
I did. And I traded for one of them too.
I take that back. I think I had CD Lamb in one of them, and then CD got hurt.
I had CD in my one league. I had Pickens in the DA league.
Yeah, I had Pickens in multiple leagues, which thank you.
Then I traded for Javonte Williams, and he got hurt.
Yeah, so then I had Javonte.
No, that's right. I drafted Javonte. That's right. I drafted Javonte in a couple.
Right, number 9, NFC.
Is that Caleb Williams?
Is not Caleb. We'll go ahead and put Caleb here.
Oh, right outside.
Okay, just outside.
Is it Jalen Hurts?
No, Jalen is.
Okay.
What division is this?
Well, the conference is NFC.
Is this? I'm going to take a step. Is this Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy. Yeah, it's the only other one left I could think of.
Put some speck on that man's name.
Nah, don't have to. AFC.
Damn it, sold. Hey, what conference is this again?
This is AFC.
Okay.
Again,
Is this Joe Burrow?
It is not. Let me find Joe Burrow and get him in here so we can get him off the list.
Is this Herbert?
No, Herbert.
Okay. Is this Lamar? Wait, is this Lamar?
No.
Jesus Christmas.
We're getting good at hitting the the 20 range here.
We're getting good at hitting everyone but the one we're guessing.
But the ones we want.
Yeah.
Is that Lamar?
I just put
said
in.
Lamar.
It's down there at 20.
I'm sorry.
They're kicking in, I know.
Oh, yeah, horribly. Oh my God.
Dumb guess. Is it CJ Stroud?
Wasn't so dumb.
Okay.
NFC.
Sam Darnold.
You knew he was going to be there somewhere.
Yep, he had to be there somewhere. Because he wasn't that bad.
Okay. NFC. Situation where he played 341 offensive snaps. The team's starter played 328.
JJ McCarthy?
It's not. JJ McCarthy is technically the starter. Thank you very much. And thank you for thinking JJ McCarthy is actually going to be positive on this list.
I was looking at 30. I was looking at 36 when I was thinking about him, though. I'm not going to lie.
Here's a hint. He is not.
Okay. I was looking at 36, though, when I was thinking, who else sucked that bad? Oh, JJ did.
No, 30, you're still positive. You're top 20 in the league. So
wait. Go back. NFC. And
NFC. This player had 341 offensive snaps in the regular season. The starting quarterback for that team had 328. It's not Jackson Dart.
Because Russell Wilson started.
Although
I was going to say, he's got to be close
he's
there.
there.
Oh, is Russell Wilson 36?
No. No.
Is this?
Hang on. Did Russell Wilson even qualify? Let me find him. I'm curious.
Ooh, good question.
No, Russell Wilson only played 147 snaps.
Is this Tyler Shuck?
It is not.
Oh, I forgot about the New Orleans kid. That's right.
Tyler Shuck did qualify. I'll go ahead and put him in. You just didn't have
He was
much
a
around
negative?
him.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm shocked
That's
that it's
crazy.
negative. Yeah. I mean, because he did not do that bad.
No, he didn't do
Can
that
I-
bad.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Did Phillip Rivers qualify?
I doubt it.
I'm
He
just
only
fucking
played
curious.
3 games.
Let
I don't
me
think they
dream,
would've
damn
got
it.
200.
No, he only had 99 snaps.
Damn. Only 101 off.
90. He was negative 12, by the way, in those 99 snaps.
I wish I bet that's what he wishes the number of kids he had was negative 12.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have to keep going back and getting that health insurance renewed. NFC.
NFC
But he wasn't
backup
the
quarterback.
NFC. Marcus
You're gonna kick
Mariota.
yourselves.
Mm,
Nope, it's not Mark. Marcus actually made the list though. Where is he? And he was positive. You all are gonna kick yourselves. Because in
Kirk
recent
Cousins.
weeks, nope. But let's find Kirk. Where are you, sir? There you are. Negative 6.09.
Oh, is it Bryce Young?
Not Bryce Young.
Oh.
Is it Andy
Not-
Dalton?
Stop it.
I don't know. You said backup.
Andy Dalton did not qualify. He only had 50 snaps.
Bryce
Bryce Young is, yeah, he's going to be in the hurting
I heard
category.
Let's go.
Mac Jones,
Mac
really?
attack.
Wow. Wow.
I was thinking, like, who the hell was hurt this year? Oh, Brock Purdy.
All right. We're gonna switch gears and we're gonna do the fun part. Negative 46. NFC.
Spencer Rattler.
Did he play? Yes, he did. No, actually, Spencer was actually better than that.
Wow.
Who was that bad this year as a quarterback?
Michael Penix.
Was not. Hang on.
Like if Kurt's on there, Penix has got to be on there. Huh. And he was positive.
He was.
Huh.
Right, that's gonna be their excuse to keep him.
Great.
I mean, you keep him because he's cheap.
Well, that too.
Yeah, and he breaks.
Jameis Winston?
Let me see if Winston. I don't think Winston.
He didn't have enough
76,
time?
76 snaps.
All right. Hold on. Are any of these three left AFC?
There's
No, he said
4
this
left.
is NFC.
There's 4 left. Hang on. Let's see. Are any of them NFC, you said? Or AFC?
No, AFC.
We have. Okay, we have 3 AFC.
Is
The
one
40
of them date?
46 is the only NFC.
Okay. Well, I'm taking a stab at one of the AFCs. Is one of them Davis Mills?
No.
Okay.
Mills, 180 snaps.
Oh, so close.
Just missed it.
He was
Why not?
negative 16.
Is Aaron Rodgers one of the AFCs?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say I just forgot about him.
Trust
Again,
me, a lot of us did.
More of us wanted to.
right?
Steeler
Justin
fans hope
Fields.
so.
Sorry? What did you say,
Justin
George?
Fields.
Justin Fields was here at the negative 18.
Mhm.
2 to go. 1 AFC, 1 NFC.
I'm trying to think who the hell could be the NFC one.
We got everybody from the NFC West, so that's out. We did the NFC East. We did Washington's New York Giants. We did Philly. And we did Dallas. So that only leaves, well, we did NFC Souths. We got
Bucks.
Carolina, Bucks, the Saints. We nailed both of them.
Falcons we nailed.
And Falcons we nailed both. So the North was
Chicago,
JJ.
Detroit.
JJ, who I said was, see, I said, I thought
We
when I
never
was saying,
filled
when I
it.
said, when I was guessing that, I said I was looking at number 36 for JJ. That's what I kept saying. Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I'm like,
JJ.
okay, if it's not JJ, who the hell is it?
Carson Wentz.
Not Carson. Carson did not play.
I know it's not. Is this Tua?
Good.
It is.
Yeah, good. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not typing that out.
How the
It was fine.
No, come on. Spell it out. You got this.
I mean, it
No.
is technically right in front of me. I could, but
He's like, screw it.
You may get arthritis in your hand just typing it.
As far as those who did not qualify, technically Malik Willis would have made 20th on this list, but he only had 60 snaps. Jameis Winston was 22nd. Mitchell Trubisky was 24th.
How many did he get?
44. But he was positive 18.8. Tyler Huntley was 25th. Mason Rudolph 29th. Even the dude from Chicago, Bagant.
Jesus.
Only 6 snaps. But he was positive 1.93. And at the very bottom, we missed out on Brady Cook's negative 73. Max Brosmer, whatever it is, at his negative 58.
Oh, sorry, Anthony. I apologize. I don't usually burn through the comment section when we're doing them. I apologize.
Jake Browning at negative 46. Trey Lance at negative 38. And his 80 snaps that he got in for the Chargers.
Bravo.
Anybody remember when Chris Olodokun actually got into games?
Who?
Kansas City.
Oh,
Olodokun.
Okay.
Kenny Pickett, Cooper
After
Rush.
Mahomes went down.
Yeah. Clayton Tune. All the big names that you come to expect. Anyway, I came across that yesterday and I'm like, somewhat interesting. Different way of looking at quarterback play. And I mean, and we can all sit here and shake our heads. It's analytics, blah, blah, blah. It's mystical mumbo jumbo. Every team uses it.
Yeah.
To some degree.
All right, peeps. I think that's a wrap.
Right on time.
For once.
Yeah. Hey, worked out pretty well, didn't it? Well, we'll see what happens next Tuesday when, all the late breaking news happens after.
I knew where you were going with it. Say goodnight. Please, Gracie.
That takes care of the 4 minutes. Say goodnight, Grayson.
Good night.
Good night. I said say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night.
So I said, well, flip a coin. And if it comes out heads, have your hair dyed.
And if it comes out tails, say goodnight, Grayson.